Let's get right into it. Number 5. Catastrophe Theater. Your brain is the only movie studio that produces horror films 24/7 without a budget, actors, or your permission. One tiny problem, a late reply, a weird look, a headache that lasted 14 seconds, and suddenly your mind premieres Final Destination, Your Life Edition. No evidence, no witnesses, just vibes and panic. You text someone, they don't respond. Rational explanation, they're busy, asleep, driving, showering, or ignoring everyone equally. Your brain's explanation, they hate you, you said something wrong, your reputation is collapsing, and you will die alone while your houseplants judge you. This is called catastrophizing, and it's basically your survival instincts running on outdated software. Thousands of years ago, assuming the worst kept you from being eaten. Today, it just convinces you that a calendar notification means your career is over. The wild part? Your body reacts as if the imaginary disaster is real. Heart rate spikes, muscles tense, stress hormones flood your bloodstream like it's evacuating a burning building, except the fire is literally just a thought. Your nervous system cannot tell the difference between lion charging and email marked urgent. So you sit there, sweating over a scenario that exists only inside your skull, burning real energy, real time, and real sanity. War destroys cities. Your mind can destroy your Tuesday afternoon. And the worst part? When nothing bad actually happens, your brain doesn't apologize, it just quietly loads the next disaster trailer. Basically, your imagination is a doomsday prepper with zero chill and unlimited caffeine. Number 4. Memory lies. People love to think memory is a recording device. It's not. It's more like a group chat where everyone edits the story until it sounds dramatic enough to tell at dinner. Every time you remember something, you're not replaying it, you're rebuilding it. And your brain is not a careful historian. It's a chaotic screenwriter who prioritizes emotion over accuracy. That embarrassing thing you did 5 years ago? In reality, it was a small awkward moment that everyone forgot in 12 minutes. In your head, it has become a feature-length film with director's commentary, deleted scenes, and surround sound shame. Psychologists call this reconstructive memory. Your brain fills gaps, smooths details, exaggerates feelings, and occasionally just straight up invents stuff, not because it hates you, because it wants the story to make sense. Unfortunately, makes sense often means makes you look worse. This is why two people can experience the exact same event and later swear completely different versions happened. Memory isn't truth, it's fanfiction written by your emotions. And here's where it gets dangerous. You don't just remember the past, you relive it. Your body can produce stress responses to memories alone. Heart racing, stomach sinking, mood crashing, all because your brain pressed replay on something that isn't even accurate anymore. Congratulations, you just got ambushed by your own autobiography. War harms the present. Memory can weaponize the past indefinitely, like your brain keeps an emotional museum of disasters and opens it whenever you're trying to fall asleep. Basically, your mind is that friend who says, "Remember that humiliating thing?" at 2 a.m. except the friend is you, and you can't block them. Number 3. Fear of nothing. It's 3 a.m. The room is quiet. Nothing is happening. Absolutely zero threats detected. So naturally, your brain decides this is the perfect time to panic. Your heart suddenly starts beating like it's auditioning for a drum solo. Your chest feels tight. Your thoughts race. You're convinced something is horribly wrong with your body, your life, the universe, possibly all three. Except nothing is wrong. There is no danger, no emergency, just darkness, silence, and a nervous system that woke up and chose chaos. Welcome to anxiety, the emotional equivalent of a car alarm going off because a leaf touched the windshield. Fear is supposed to protect you from real threats, but your brain doesn't wait for proof. It would rather scream fire in an empty room than risk missing one actual spark. Evolution said, better paranoid than extinct. So your body dumps adrenaline into your bloodstream like it's preparing to outrun a predator while you are literally lying down in pajamas next to a phone charger and maybe a half-empty water bottle. Your breathing gets shallow, your muscles tense, your stomach flips, your thoughts spiral into dramatic what-if scenarios that would make disaster movies look optimistic. And here's the cruel twist. Trying to force yourself to calm down often makes it worse. Your brain interprets, "I must stop panicking as we are definitely in danger." It's like trying to whisper during a fire drill. War creates external chaos. Anxiety manufactures internal chaos with no off switch, no clear enemy, and no peace treaty. Basically, your brain installed a smoke detector that screams every time you make toast and then hid the batteries. Number 2. Social pain, physical pain. Your brain treats rejection like you just got punched in the face, not metaphorically, neurologically. Studies using brain scans show that social exclusion activates the same regions as physical pain. So when someone ignores you, betrays you, embarrasses you, or makes you feel unwanted, your brain reacts as if actual damage occurred. Which explains why heartbreak feels less like sadness and more like being run over by an emotional truck. Humans evolved as tribal creatures, Being excluded thousands of years ago meant you didn't just lose friends, you lost protection, food, shelter, and a decent chance of surviving winter. So your brain developed a dramatic response. Rejection equals danger. Today, getting left on red triggers that ancient alarm system. Your body tightens, your chest aches, your mood crashes. You replay conversations like a detective investigating a crime nobody reported. Meanwhile, the other person is probably just asleep, busy, or watching videos about raccoons stealing snacks. But your brain doesn't care about context. It cares about belonging. Losing social connection feels like losing oxygen, even when your life is otherwise completely fine. This is why humiliation can haunt people for years, why bullying leaves scars you can't photograph, why one cruel comment can outweigh 10 compliments. War injures bodies. Social pain injures identity, the part of you that decides whether you matter. And unlike physical wounds, there's no visible bandage, no cast, no dramatic recovery montage, just invisible damage looping in your head like a broken notification sound. Basically, your nervous system thinks being unpopular is a survival crisis, even though the only thing actually at risk is your ego and maybe your group chat status. Number 1. Self-destruction mode. The most dangerous enemy you will ever meet has your voice, your memories, and full administrative access to your brain. No army, no weapons, just thoughts. Humans are one of the few creatures capable of deliberately making their own lives worse while fully aware of it, procrastinating important things, sabotaging opportunities, staying in situations that hurt, ignoring solutions, repeating behaviors that clearly don't work, like pressing an elevator button harder as if it will apologize and move faster. Your mind doesn't always want what's good for you. It wants what's familiar, what's easy, what avoids discomfort right now, even if that choice quietly ruins tomorrow. This is why people stay awake doom scrolling when they're exhausted, why they overthink instead of acting, why they replay arguments instead of solving problems, why they avoid chances that could change everything, just because failure might feel embarrassing. Your brain is wired to avoid short-term pain, not long-term regret, so it trades a small discomfort today for a massive headache later, like putting off cleaning until the mess becomes sentient. And here's the darkest twist. The same brain that creates the problem also creates the justification. Start tomorrow. You're not ready. What if it goes wrong? It doesn't matter anyway. It sounds like logic, but it's really fear wearing glasses. Over time, these tiny self-sabotages pile up, not dramatic enough to notice day to day, but powerful enough to shape an entire life. No explosions, no headlines, just quiet erosion. War destroys from the outside in. Self-destruction works from the inside out, slow, subtle, and terrifyingly effective. Basically, if your brain were a roommate, you'd file a complaint, change the locks, and move to another city. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.